So we will see now looping statements and conditional statements. There are various types of conditional statements like if else, switch, nested if, else if ladder. Okay, out of that, let us see if. If is a keyword in Java. This is a flow diagram for this if. When we write program and we write condition, am I audible clearly?
Yes, you are fine.
Yeah. When I write a program and in that, if I write a condition, then that condition will become either true or false. If that condition becomes true, then we execute some set of statements. If that condition becomes false, then we end the program. This is a simple if. To write conditions, we use conditional statements. Currently, we are understanding control statements. Control statements are those statements which control flow of program. Looping statements and conditional statements control flow of programs. Out of these two, first we are watching conditional statements. In conditional statements, first we saw if statement. If is a keyword with which we write condition. Let us see how we use it. This is a class called if statement. There is a main method in it. I declared one variable called number, assigning 10 value to this number variable. I am checking whether this number is greater than 0 or not. If it is a greater than 0, then I can say number is positive. Means I want to print the number is positive if the number is positive. Okay. Then how to write a condition for that? This is a syntax how we can write. Write a if keyword. After that, immediately start rounded bracket. In that give condition. This is a variable containing value 10. Greater than is a relational operator. Okay. Number is greater than 0. This is a condition called number is greater than 0. If this number is greater than 0, if this condition is true, then statements available in these curly braces will be executed. Otherwise, if this condition become false, then the control will come out of this block. And if there are some statements, then it will execute. Otherwise, it will end program. This is how if statement works. We will see one practical example of it.
Okay.
I have this Hossein Java project in this SRC folder in this basic programs package. I am right clicking on it, taking a new class, and I give name if demo. Check this checkbox, click finish. Now, title of program is write program to declare and initialize variable and if it is positive. Or you can say and print whether it is positive. This is a program. Let's go step by step. First of all, it says write a program to declare and initialize variable. First, I will declare a variable called int var1, or we can say int num1. Okay, this is a declaration step. Initialize variable means assigning value to variable is called initialization phase.
Yes.
I take 10 value. Now print whether it is positive or not. But how I will come to know it is positive or not? I will write one condition. If num1 is greater than 0, then print system.out.println print num1 is positive. Save this and click on this run button. In the console, we can see num1 is positive.
Right.
If I take this number negative, save this and run this, then you can see it will not print anything because this condition became false. This condition became false because num1 is less than 0, not greater than 0. So this condition became false and it not executed this statement. Also, one more thing in this, if I'm writing only one statement after this if, then there is no need to give curly braces like this. But if I want to execute more than one statement after if, then I must give curly braces.
You mean for nested if conditions?
Yeah, in nested if condition or in else if ladder. Correct. Okay. Doubt in this clear?
Yes, clear.
All right. Let's go ahead. We'll see next program. If else. First of all, we write condition. If condition becomes true, then we execute body of if. If condition become false, we execute body of else. And after that, whatever statements are there after if else block, those statements will be executed. Okay, we will see one example of it. What we will do, if number is positive, then it will print number is positive. If number is negative, if number is not positive, then it will print number is not positive. Right click on package, new class, if else div. Finish. Let me copy this whole code because this is 90% similar to if statement. Write a program to declare and initialize variable and print whether it is positive or not. It means we want to take some action when condition become false. Then what we will do, we will write here else. Definitely num1 is not positive. Means if this condition, syntax is like this, right? If keyword give starting closing rounded bracket, in this bracket give condition and give here statements which you want to execute when this condition becomes true, and if this condition becomes false, then I want to execute some different set of statements that comes under else part. So if this condition becomes false, then it will not execute this part, it will execute else part. If condition is true, it will execute if part. And here also, if statements after this else keyword are not more than one, if there is only one statement, then there is no need to give this curly brace.
Yes.
Any doubt in this? Clear?
No.
All right. Let us see next concept. Yeah, we'll run this. We'll see how. Now what output should come? Num1 is not positive, right? Because num1 has
Yeah.
minus.
Line number 13.
Num1 is not positive.
Positive. Right.
If I give here 0, then can you tell me what happened?
Then num1 is positive.
No, no. But the 0 is not positive. No?
No.
0 is not positive. Num1 is not greater than 0.
Right. Right. So num is not positive.
Yeah, num1 is not positive. There are some relational operators called less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, and not equal to. This is less than. It means either these are okay. These operands, these operators has two operands. Okay, these operators are called binary operand. Like arithmetic operators, plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus division. Those were arithmetic operators. Okay, arithmetic operators. These are same like mathematical operations. Okay, we'll see this in the next separate program. Okay, what are operators? Are you clear with this if else?
I am clear with the if else.
Okay, good. Operators in Java. Arithmetic operators. Relational operators. Conditional operators. Logical operators. Arithmetic operators are plus used for addition, minus, multiplication, division. Relational operators are less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, not equal to. Conditional operators are like this: question mark and colon. And logical operators and this one or and this one not. Modulus operator. So you hope you know about this plus, minus, star, division. These are basic arithmetic operations.
Right.
Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Modulus is for
Remainder.
remainder, right? Relational operators less than, greater than, less than, equal to, less than. These are called binary operators. Okay. Because this operator takes two operands to perform operation. For example, A is less than B, or we can say 5 is less than 7. So at left side, there will be one operand or input or value or condition, and right hand side, there will be one operand or value. If 5 is less than 7, yes, then condition will become true. So like this, to compare two values, we use relational operators. In the same way, we can use to check a condition like whether 5 is greater than 7 or not. If I say 5 is less than equal to 5, then this condition is true because 5 is not less than 5, but 5 is equal to 5. Right? Then this condition will become false. Sorry, true. But if I say here 5 is less than 5, in this case, condition will be false because 5 must be strictly less than 5. This one 5, this one second operator. But here, this is not smaller than this one. So this condition will become false. Also greater than equal to 7 is greater than equal to 7. If I say like this, then 7, this one part, left part is not greater than this one, but equal to second operator. So this condition become true. For this purpose, we use greater than equal to. It means this first operand or input, either it should be greater than second operand or it should be equal to second operand. Equal, equal. Both operand or input should be equal in this case. Then only condition will become true. Here condition will become false because 10 is not 10 is not equal to this 11. If I give here 10 equal 10, then this will become true. Not equal to. In this case, both inputs should not be equal. Then the condition will be true. It's not equal to 20. Yes, this input is not equal to 20. Hence, this condition is true. So are you getting this relational operators?
Yes, I am.
Good. Then conditional operators. This is also used for to check condition and depends on condition taking some course of action. Here will be condition to check condition. For example, if a is greater than 10 like this, or 20 is greater than 10, then print a is greater, else b. This is an example how we use conditional operator. Before this question mark, we give condition in if this condition is true, then whatever we write after question mark will be executed. And if this condition is false, this one, then statements after this colon will be executed. Clear?
Yeah.
All right. Next is logical operators. In this case, what happens? This is a logical AND operator, and symbol. In this, it contains two conditions or two inputs. If first input is 1 and second input is also 1, then only this gives true. If we can see a table for this, truth table, input 1, input 2, and the result. Input 1, either it can be 1, 1, then result will be 1. If it is 1 and input is 2, input is 0, result will be 0. If first input is 0, second input is 1, also result will be 0. If first input is 0 and second input is 0, result will be 0. So this is how AND operator works. In this case, based upon this, in this case, what happens? 5 is greater than 7?
True.
No.
False, false. 5 is less than 7, right?
Yeah, 5 is less than 7. So this will come, 0 will replace here. When condition becomes false, 0 will replace here. 10 is greater than 11. Is it true?
10
False.
is less than 10 is, yes, it is false.
Yeah, it's a false. So 0 will be replaced here. If condition is false, then 0 will be replaced. If condition is true, 1 will be replaced. Then we can see 0 and 0 will come 0. And hence condition become false in if. It means this will come true only when either both only when both conditions are true. Okay, if it's like this, 15 is greater than 7 and 12 is greater than 11. If both conditions are true, then only this logical AND operator gives true. Otherwise, it gives false in any all cases. Clear? Any doubt in this?
No.
For AND, we saw. Now let's see for OR. This This is for logical. Let us see logical OR. In this truth table is, if first input is 1, second input is 1, then result will be 1. Any one input out of 2 is 1, then answer is 1. Here also same thing. Here will come 1. Both are 0, result will be 0. Now 15 is greater than 7. Yes, this is true.
True.
This is true, then 1 will be replaced. And 10 is greater than 11. This is false. Here
False. 0.
0 will be written. Then 1 or 0 means it's a 1.
True.
Condition will be true. This is how logical OR operates. Any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. Let's see next. Logical. This is an exclamatory mark symbol. Then this is an negation operator. Okay. It's called as negation. If I say 10, then this is a positive number. Okay. If I say negation 10, then this is a 0. Means I write a if statement, if, and in bracket I give 10. When I give a positive number, then it evaluates to 1. If I give negation before this, then this will become 0. Okay, because this positive will become 1, and opposite of 1, negation of 1 is 0. This will become 0. If I take minus 10, and if I allocate, or if I take 0, and if I assign negation, then this will become 1. Getting?
Yes.
This is about operators in Java. Also, there are some operators like increment, decrement operators.
Plus, plus, minus, minus.
Yeah. If I say 10 plus plus, also in this post and pre, these are two types. Post and This is post increment because I am applying it after value. This is post increment. This will become 11. If I say 10 minus minus, this is a post decrement. This will become 9. But what is difference between post and pre? Suppose if I write system.out.println and in this if I print 10 plus plus, then it will print result will be 10 because this is an post increment operator. It will first print and then increment. It's a post later. Okay, that's why first it print and then increment. But if I say plus plus 10, then this will be 11 because first it will increment this 10 and then it will print. So here answer will be 11. Here we are using pre-increment operator. Here we are using post-increment operator. Same for minus minus operators, decrement operators. Only it will decrease value by 1. This will decrease, this will increase value by 1, plus plus operator, and minus minus will decrease value by 1. System.out.println, if I say 10 minus minus, then what will be answer? 10, because first it will print and then will
Subtract.
subtract by 1. So it is printing first, hence this will not take any effect because this is a post decrement. The meaning of it is like do not decrement it first, post decrement. It's not a pre, it's a post. So other operations will be performed first, printing operation, then it will be decrement, then it will get decrement. And here minus minus 10, then here answer will be first it will decrement, means 10 will become 9 first, and then it will print, means 9 will be print. Clear? Any doubt? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, well, I am fine.
All right. So this is about operators in Java. Let us see next part of conditional statements. Else if ladder. Title will be
বন্ধ করে দি-
initialize value and initialize variable and print check number and print whether it is positive, negative. This is the program. I'm taking one class. Let's right click on this package available in this src folder. Right click on this basic programs package. Go to new, click on class, else if demo. Same program like if else, only some little bit difference will be there. Else if demo, if num1 is greater than 0, print num is positive. Else if num1 is less than 0, then print number is negative. Well, we have to add one more thing, and num1 is not equal to 0, then say number is negative. Else definitely number is 0. So in this way, also I can add any number of else if statements like this. Here will be condition. I can add any number of else if like this. If this condition becomes true, this statement will be executed. And at the end, else will be there. Else, if no one condition is true out of this, then execute this one else part. Like this. This will be executed. In this way, you can write any number of else if statements. Else print
Yo,
num1 is 0.
এতো আসি বইয়া শুইয়া কি লাগবো না লাগবো নি আর এই তো আছে কম্পিউটার মনে হয়
Num1 is 0. Are you getting this?
এটা ঠিক আছে
Yes, Hossein, are you getting this? If any one condition will be executed, if this condition is executed and it's true, then this statement will be executed. If this condition is true, then no other part will be executed. If this condition is true, then no other part will be executed. Only this one part will be executed. If here no condition is true, then only else part will be executed. Num1 is greater than 0, num1 is positive. If num1 is less than 0 and num1 is not equal to 0, num1 is negative. Else num1 is 0. Any doubts in this here?
No, no doubt.
Okay. If I run this, then it will print num1 is 0 because this two condition will become false.
Yes.
If I say minus 50, then num1 is negative. If I say num1 equal to 50, then this condition will become true. It's greater than 0. This will be executed and it will stop because only any one set will be executed. If one set condition is true, it will execute only those statements and will stop. If I run this, it will say num1 is positive because 50 is positive. Here, any doubt in this?
No, it is fine.
This is called else if ladder. Now let us see switch. Switch is a keyword used to write conditional statements. For example, suppose I want to take some particular course of action when value is 29. I want to take some different action or I want to execute some different statements when value is 42. I want to execute some different set of statements for value is 44. In this case, we use switch case. Syntax for this switch case is like this. Switch, rounded bracket, start close, and this option value will be there. Option, start curly brace, close curly brace. This will be small. This one. Statement. Semicolon. And break. These two. Statement 2. Semicolon. Break. And so on. You can write any number of cases you want. And at the end, default case will be there. This will be small. This is a keyword default. If no case matches, then execute this statement. This is syntax for switch. Switch is an keyword. In the bracket, we give some option value. If this is true, then this statement will be executed. It will find which one case matches for this value. So it will match over here 2 and it will execute statement 2 and it will break. No other cases will be executed. Only case 2 will be executed. Its statements will be executed and it will break. If here
And
is
if no case matches, then it will go to the default, right?
correct, right.
Okay.
And case is a keyword here. Here we give a value various types of values which we want to match this case. Here will be statements for case which we want to execute for this case. Break. Break to stop the switch execution. As soon as break will be executed, it will come out of switch block. It will come out of this curly brace and the rest part will be executed. Default is also a keyword. If no case matches, then default part will be executed. Here is an example for this. Let me copy this example. Here you can see title of program is Java program to check the size and print its type. Using the switch case statement. This is called comment. Yesterday we saw this. Here size is 44. To check this size means if this size is like 29, we will say it's a small size. If size is 42, it's a medium. If size is 44, it's a large. If size is 48, it's a extra large. If size is something different from this all, then it's this
Mahesh,
size
what
not
if
out.
we had two size that is 44? Same case.
Like this.
Yeah. So which one will the compiler now print?
No, it will be compile time error.
Compile time error. Okay.
Yeah, because it says cases should be different.
All right.
Now 44, here 44 will be replaced and it will see this value which case matches. It will see this case matches. So this will execute only this one part. And as soon as it executes this, it will execute break. When break is executed, it's a keyword. When it's executed, it comes out of switch block. This one, switch block. To come out of this means here as soon as break is executed and it will print size, whatever size is.
Yes.
Now see, if I give here 48, then what will happen? It will print extra large, right?
Yeah.
If I give some different size which is not available, for example 100, then it will go to default.
Unknown.
Yeah, no case will be matched and some. If I don't give break, then what happens here? And if I give 100, then no problem because it's not coming to case 29. Okay, it will print unknown. But if I give here 29, Then 29 will be executed, size small. Then see what happens. Medium. 29, 29 matching here. Then size medium. What is happening? First, small is assigned to size. Okay. See, it means it's not stopping after case execution. It's not stopping because it's not getting break statement. Case 29 colon size equal to small. Number is at 29. This case will be executed. Line number 14. Small is assigned to size. After that, it's not breaking. So immediately it continues next case. Medium will assign override to size. Now in size, medium is available. Then what happens? It find break. Then it comes to out of this switch and will print size, that is medium. Getting?
Yeah, it goes to the nearest one, wherever
Yeah.
it can find the break.
Yeah. Means if I don't write break below it, then it will execute next case also. Until and unless it find break, it will execute all cases below that, wherever it came. If it came to 42, and if I don't give break, then it will continue up to those cases where break is not available. As soon as break is available, it will stop execution. Clear?
Yes.
So this is all about conditional statements. So you can do first program. Have you did first program?
Yeah, I just did hello.
Hello world program. Can you share and show me your screen and your program?
Okay. Host disabled. You have to enable.
Okay, anything. Yes. You can share now.
You can see it.
Yeah, I am able to see your screen.
I just did hello. That's it.
Okay, very good, very good. Now do this program. If program. Write a program to declare and initialize variable and print whether it is positive or not. Whether it is positive.
Sorry, what you said?
Yeah, I am sending in chat box. Okay.
Hmm?
The program is, you can check in chat box, write a program to
Oh,
declare and initialize variable and print whether it is positive.
oh, I do it now.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is this okay?
A is greater. A is greater than 5. Yes. Good. This is correct. Very good. I sent you another program using if else. Okay. You can check at chat box. Write a program to declare and initialize variable and print whether it is positive or not using if else statement.
Okay. Mesh, what am I doing wrong?
Else give one curly brace, closing curly brace. Here class has to be closed. Yeah. Else is closed. If else, then main is closed, then class is closed. Can you save this? Control S. Okay. Class is started. Wait, class is started. Main is started. If statement.
Mesh, give me 1 minute, please. I come back. 1 minute.
Sure, sure.
Asha. Mahesh, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can
Hello?
hear you. Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
good.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to go do something really quick. Anyhow, so
Okay.
over here, let me take this out. Okay, let's try again. So put else here, right?
Right, right.
Okay. And then I have to open the curly braces again.
Yeah, curly brace.
Okay. And then I say sys out
Yes.
b is greater. But why is, oh, maybe closing.
Yeah, wait. Here, main should be closed. Enter. And class should be closed. Yeah,
Okay.
save it. Yeah, it's good. This. Okay. Fine. Now I send you titles. Okay, titles of next programs. Okay, nested if and switch statement. You those will be assignment for you for tomorrow. Okay.
I don't know about that. I don't know about if I can do that side. I will try. I don't know if I can do it. I will try to watch the video, but at my job, I cannot do the assignment. I will try to watch the video. I will try as much as I can, whatever.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you try by your own. Okay.
Okay.
So
So that's